Hello! Welcome to the Junkyard Rat Show. Of course, I got BTS with me over here. These little McDonald's. And I guess they moved on to the throwback, which is the little yellow thing in the bottom. And they actually gave me 2 of these things today. So I want to do a shout out to 24th and Mission McDonald's. Let's see what they gave me. Damn it, who is this? Oh, I got the same one. They gave me the same one. How you give me 2 of the same one? Is it the same guy? It looks like the same guy. What the hell is this guy's name?
This is just a repeat of last time, but with different characters.
I know. Do you feel like you're watching a train wreck or what?
Yeah.
Well, this is June Cook.
Wait, I thought June Cook was the blonde kid.
Well, no, this is the throwbacks. This is the regular one. Now they're on to the throwbacks. Yeah, they gave me 2 of these things. I ordered one Happy Meal. Once in a while, I get the strange look like.
So there was a total of 7 of them. So now that there's throwbacks, does that mean there's a total of 14?
There's more, God damn it, there's more. They're doing the throwback edition.
Welcome to Junkyard Rat Intervention episode.
You know what? I wish I could go to rehab for this because there'll be a bunch of hot chicks in rehab with me, you know. Probably the best rehab ever and stuff for the BTS. The BTS rehab. I think they got rehabs for BTS people in Korea. Not here. So welcome back, Stephen Ferris. Welcome back to the Junkyard Rat Show.
Thanks.
How you doing?
I think I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Here we are. How's Sacramento? Is it still hot?
Yeah. Yesterday, I didn't think it was going to be hot yesterday, but then it hit. I think it can hit 93.
93. It gets hot where I live too and stuff. You know. Thank God my mom is like a lizard, likes to lay out in the hot sun all day and not move and stuff. Or I wouldn't know what she would be doing. Yeah, my mom, like, she gets up in the morning, goes to the and just lays out there in the balcony, the big ass balcony where I live. She just lays there, looks at a book. You know. What about you? Are you into the hot sun?
Yeah, I went for a run. I only made it 3 miles, and then I got too hot, so I just walked the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah?
But I found a car in the river.
You found the car in the river?
Yeah.
Did you pull it out, or?
No, I thought about it, but it was buried in there pretty good, maybe even partly cemented in.
You think it's like brand new, or it's been around for a while?
Oh, no, it was pretty old, probably from the 50s.
You got to get it out, you know? Maybe it's valuable. What kind of car is it?
I couldn't tell. All I could tell, it had a chrome front bumper that was partly sticking out.
I would get it out. What color is it?
Well, the body isn't there. It's just the chassis and the engine was there,
Oh,
and the steering column.
that's not good.
But I didn't see the body anywhere.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
How many miles did you run these days?
Well, I only did 3 then, but last time I went up there, I did 6.66.
That's like devil worshiping. Isn't it?
I know. Right after I went to church.
Is that good or?
Well, I mean, it was far, so it's good in that regard.
Did you run from church to your house or?
No, I ran from the church to the bike trail and then back.
Weren't you headed for Vegas now?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I don't have the energy for it. There's too much other stuff going on.
What do you mean you don't got the energy? It's Vegas. You buy energy.
You buy energy?
You buy energy.
It comes in a little sack.
Yeah, you get the vitamin. Is it vitamin 12 or what is that?
B12.
The V12 shots. You get the V12 shots every morning. Sober up.
To take your caffeine tabs.
Caffeine tabs or your Adderall, your Ritalin. I don't know. You don't seem like somebody would be on Adderall.
Yeah.
Your Adderall. You buy energy. Red Bull. Number one answer. Red Bull and vodka. You get your energy and you get drunk at the same time. That's the way you do it. Red Bull and vodka.
Have you ever been to Dutch Bros Coffee?
No, I've seen them,
Oh
but
my god.
they're only drive-throughs. I don't got a car. I've never actually.
You can walk up to their window too.
Where is it that I saw Dutch Brothers? Are they?
Definitely get it. It's expensive. It's a little bit more expensive.
I think the 209 I saw Dutch Brothers.
Yeah, probably. And literally, like I get the thing that's called the Bob. The Bob Freeze, which is chocolate, banana, and coconut. It's like the Bob Marley Freeze.
You gotta bring me one.
Those are delicious.
But
they have an energy drink. You know, like what do you call it? Mountain Dew's is called Kickstart. They have an energy drink in a can, or you can get it infused with something, and it's called Rebel.
Oh yeah.
And if you say it really quick, it sounds like you say Red Bull.
You know where you can buy a Red Bull?
So I think somebody got a bonus that day when they go, "Hey, our new energy drink. Are you sitting? Here's the name. It's called Rebel."
You know
Did
what?
you just say Red Bull? There's already a Red Bull. No. Rebel.
You know what fast food restaurant sells Red Bulls? Or?
Fast food restaurants?
Yeah, that sells Red Bull. You know any?
There's Sonic. There's McDonald's.
No, they don't sell Red Bull.
Yeah, they do.
Jack in the Box.
Oh, convenience stores.
I said fast food
Oh,
restaurant.
fast food restaurants. Oh yeah, Jack in the Box has it too.
Yeah, they got Red.
They have infused Red Bull drinks.
Yeah, you know Mountain Dew is bad for you. You know it's banned in 100 countries. Red Bull isn't banned anywhere. I don't think it's got to be banned somewhere. But somehow Mountain Dew is bad for you. I mean, I went to Mexico and Chile. They don't even have Mountain Dew, but they'll sell you some Red Bull. That's when I stopped drinking this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Pull
you
it
know,
closer to you.
but you know, like Steven takes me to those supermarkets. They don't even got soft drinks in them all. They don't got Coke, Pepsi, none of that shit. What's up with those places with no soft drinks?
What place is that?
That supermarket you took me to.
Which one?
I don't know.
Where was it?
Somewhere in Sacramento, somewhere.
Near his house or not?
It's one of those. It's like Trader Joe's doesn't have any Coke either, do they?
No.
Nah. You see?
Trader Joe's doesn't have any junk food. You go to Trader Joe's and you go, "Hey, where's your Oreo cookies?" They don't have them.
They don't got it. They got good junk food. I should go to Trader Joe's because I'm always buying snacks for the movie. Somehow I can't watch a movie without eating snacks. So what do you think about? Did you watch yesterday on TV the funeral or
on MTV?
No, the Charlie Kirk funeral.
On MTV.
Was it
horrible.
MTV?
That'd be horrible.
They probably would have it if people would watch. I'm quite sure MTV would watch.
Oh my god!
It would be on MTV. Is there anything on MTV? Were you watching the Charlie Kirk funeral? Or?
No, I missed it. I missed that, and I also missed Porch Fest, Sack Porch Fest.
What is Sack
Porch Fest?
What's Sack
What the
Porch
hell is
Fest?
Sack Porch Fest? And
A
pretend
bunch
like
of bands play on the porches of some of the old craftsman style homes in the Midtown grid.
By the way, last time we checked in with you, oh, that's funny. Last time we checked in with you, you were jobless. But
Yeah.
you're looking at that other screen like you're not.
Well, I know I'm working on my portfolio.
No, that's what's
Teach
going
myself
on.
some new skills.
And apparently your profile. Because you're turned the one way. You should hold up a set of numbers like your inmate number or something when you turn
Oh
it.
yeah. Well, I have 3 monitors, so I got my middle monitor here,
Right.
and then I have my left monitor and my right monitor. So
You have a lot of shit going on, sir.
yeah.
So how do you like not having a job? Is it fun? Or?
I don't know. It's nice to take the time and reflect on my time at that job and what I want to look for in a new job going forward.
Did you post your set from Comedy Day yet, since you had a professional photographer?
Not yet. I put it in Premiere, and I had my friend Skip. She went around and got some audience reaction shots, and so I kind of have those like side by side, and I'm looking at how to mix it up. But it wasn't like there weren't a lot of great audience reactions to get. So I don't know if I'll post it or not. We'll see.
Yeah, instead of an applause break, it's like somebody hitting off a fentanyl pipe.
Yeah, I don't know. People looked amused.
Like I said,
I don't think I
I
did
listened to
especially
your
well.
set because, I work that event, so a lot of the time I'm just running around, and it's almost like white noise on the stage. No joke.
Yeah.
No joke or pun not intended. But
Hey, that's kind of racist.
yeah, I know the white noise on the stage.
No,
I think we have a shot of you
Steven is
running
kind of
past.
beige though.
Yeah,
Steven is kind of like he's kind of like orange at this point. He's not white,
yeah.
He's kind of
Well,
like
I
orange.
got a little bit of sun yesterday when I went for my
I
run,
know. Do you like jog with your shirt off? You should do that shit in the hot sun.
So. I don't know. Last time I did that, some drunk guy tried to fight me and called me Wolfman.
Oh yeah. You should jog backwards too. Do something cool. Jog. I used to see somebody in LA jogging backwards.
Yeah.
I used to walk backwards because it's easier to walk up the hill backwards. So I can walk backwards, if I ever have to follow the Queen of England. So. Yeah, you need to buy some energy and stuff, You haven't been to Vegas in 15 years. How is it you haven't been to Vegas in 15 years? Nobody's tried to book you there in 15 years? Or?
Yeah, that, and I just didn't really like it that much with the time that I went.
So we've got tickets to 3 different shows. Here, I'll get the camera on me for a second. All right, you guys, you know the gig. You can get tickets to different shows. We have 3 different shows over the next week or so that we're giving out tickets for. How do you win these tickets? All you have to do is go like, subscribe, and ring that little bell on the Junkyard Rat YouTube page, or I'm sorry, on the Junkyard Rat Facebook, which is under Chris's name. Go take a screenshot of that or his Instagram and go follow him on Junkyard Rat.
Better yet, why don't you just call the cops and ask them why they won't book me there?
Yeah, because that's gonna help your plight.
Why are we giving out tickets to shows we're not even on?
I don't know. Because you're not on them? Because your name's not Ellie Orlando or the Kings of Comedy? That's why we're giving away tickets.
I would never be on the Kings of Comedy.
Yeah, the Queens, you were close.
I would be on the Queens, though. Because you could get in trouble for being a king of anything these days, You could get canceled for even thinking you're the king of something, you know. People get canceled for calling themselves kings. So I'm not gonna go there. I'll be a queen. I'll be like the prince, but you know. So you didn't even watch the funeral. I was watching a little bit of it, but then the Niners played, and I said, I gotta watch the Niners play. You know, it lasted for hours and hours and stuff. Yeah, I saw you were upset with people on Facebook over Charlie Kirk. You were
I
calling
don't
out your
know.
classmates at one point. Yeah. You were fighting with your old classmates.
Oh yeah, some of these guys they were big fans of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
I was just trying to root them out, kind of see what they were all about. You know.
How many Facebook friends did you lose because of Charlie Kirk?
I don't know, probably like 2 or 3.
Really?
That is a lot, you know.
I didn't even start the conversation because I knew I'd lose some.
I didn't even
It's
start
not that
the
I give a
fire.
rat's ass, but I'd rather kind of weed you out now. But I'm not looking to troll. What did you do? What did you post?
Oh well, I trolled them for sure. Yeah.
Well, at least you're being honest, because I was going to say, like, I mean, it's good to know. Maybe it's good to know who these people are, but I kind of know who the people on the right that are my friends.
But your high school was a mainly conservative, or what's the because you grew up like in near, where did you grow up anyway? You're not from the Bay Area, so
Right.
You grew up rural.
So your high school, is it like mostly conservative?
Probably, yeah. Probably more now. I don't know.
I mean, I heard Charlie Kirk was big in the teenage community. I don't know. I haven't talked to my niece and nephew.
I think he was big in the college community because the same reason comedians are not. I think there was that shift. I think that was the coolest place to go for progressive thinking on either side of the aisle. I originally, back in the 60s and 70s, or when I was coming up, not originally, but when I was coming up, that's where comedians love to go. You look at people like Carlin on campus and even people like Seinfeld, and they liked going to comedy campuses because they were forward thinking. They weren't so overly politically correct, but somewhere in the late 70s, early 80s, and definitely in the 90s, things flipped. And so colleges weren't cool anymore. When they became very uptight is when the right kind of came in and said, okay, well, I see a need there that needs to be filled, a niche that needs to be filled. And this is perfect because it's the juxtaposition of what a comic is a conservative debater. And I won't make any master debater jokes.
Do you know what happened? It was Sammy Obey. He started touring the colleges like 10 years ago. He messed it up for everybody. You know, he messed it up. You know?
So why do you think he actually was successful at colleges? Because he didn't go political, right? He went like math.
He's political now, though.
He's political now, but it was funny his way into. No, he always. You know what? Sammy always does a really good job of finding his audience. He does, and his audience is younger, more progressive, smart audience.
Yeah.
He has a smart audience. If I was to all of a sudden switch audiences with someone like Sammy Obeid, I would probably lose some of my people because I think my comedy sometimes is less cerebral. It's more dick jokes, or to coin it easily, it isn't more dick jokes, but it's more stoner humor, or it's more like silly movie humor. Than it is think about.
That's a good question because, the main audience for Charlie Kirk, these white males who are teenagers and college students, those are the ones that end up being the main audience for the late night audience. You know,
You think you mean okay, so by the way, as of about 45 minutes ago, Jimmy Kimmel has been reinstated.
hell yeah.
He's back on the air starting tomorrow night.
Oh, sweet.
So that's breaking news in the last 45 minutes or so.
I'm glad.
Disney and Bob Iger just released that. They still do not have a reaction from SkyTel and Next whatever. The Next Link or whatever it is, the two affiliates that are like really big.
Sinclair.
Sinclair is one, and the other one is Skynet.
Yeah, people don't realize it. You know, like these kids don't realize. They don't understand that basically like ABC, NBC, Fox, they're made up of a lot of different businesses.
Well, yeah, like the parent company for ABC is Disney.
Yeah, but I mean, every little town, every little area has got their own ownership, their own affiliate.
Yeah, their own affiliate. And now they're starting to do things, by the way, just to let you know, if you don't know what's going on in our country, folks, a lot of the billionaires, and I think they're trying to make it run like state-run television out there. If you look at it, Trump's billionaire friends are buying up stuff. The FCC is actually approving things for things that wouldn't have been done before. Like I forget who it is, but it's the one that needed the approval from it's Hulu, Disney, ABC that needed the approval on something. Oh, to buy Fubo, which is a sports streaming app.
It's and not so, just sports.
And the reason they're signing off on it is because the FCC is gonna probably sign off on it because they're gonna have more sports programming. They're gonna have like a monopoly on sports programming or more sports programming than they would have with the previous administration.
Well, ESPN has the rights to the WWE now. They're charging $30 a month if you want to see the WWE, you know. And I'm just saying $30 is a lot. But the owner's daughter, Vince McMahon's daughter, Stephanie, said that you should just get a VPN and switch your Netflix to Canada. I guess you can see all the WWE stuff on Netflix outside of America,
really?
But not in America. So she suggested, of course, she's like a billionaire already. Her mom is in the Trump administration.
Yeah, she's the head of education.
Education of all things. But she did suggest, but I got another way. You want to see the WWE stuff? Because I watch all the events, and I don't have ESPN. I don't got Peacock. Send me $100, and I'll send you the name of a website. You can see all the sporting events all over the world you want.
I'm gonna sell you a little Android box or something.
No Android box. It's like it's a
file share, so you can just.
It's not a file share. It's just a regular website. I've been using it for years. It's a VIP box TV. There's different ones, but the one I'm on, but yeah, it goes back to the truth is like Jimmy Kimmel and these people, they're going to lose this battle, you know. The talk shows are on the way out. I think podcasts are going to replace all these talk shows because they're cheaper to do. They don't got audiences, you know. And it's the thing people don't realize that there's a reason why all these talk shows are having trouble now after the whole strike happened, because you got to have a bunch of people on these sets. You got to pay them. You don't really need all these.
You think it's going to go to less regulation, though? You think it's going to go to something like podcasting? So I think it's going the other way. I think it's getting more controlled. I think we're going to end up being like another country where, what is it, in China, they don't have TikTok. And so...
Well, they do got TikTok in China.
No, what is it? In China and Japan, they do not have access to TikTok.
TikTok is from China.
I know! That's the weird thing.
Of course they got it.
No, their government blocks it.
Well, check it up. Let's see.
I'm looking.
They don't got access to Facebook, but they got TikTok because it's TikTok is theirs.
I know it is.
But like I said, there's ways around all this stuff, you know. In fact, I want to figure out who the hell can help me
So
with a VPN.
I can name a few of the countries: Afghanistan, India, Nepal, Somalia. I'm looking.
So what do
wow,
you think?
Norway, Taiwan.
Do you watch the Late Show, Steven? Or
China. Other countries.
The Late Show?
do you watch late shows anymore?
The global
usually
version
just
of
the clips
TikTok
of
is
them on
banned in
YouTube.
China.
Because they got their own version.
Yeah, but it's nothing like ours.
So do you watch?
So you can't speak your mind on their TikTok. So if you go to another country like China, you can't speak truth to power, or you'll be in a jail.
That's most of the world, you know.
That's a good part of the world. That's why we like being in America. That's why it's a good thing we have our First Amendment rights currently.
It's true, and that's why the FCC is involved in all these ownerships because they're businesses. They got to get regulated. You can't buy and sell any businesses that big in America without the government deciding yes or no. You can't merge. Apple can't merge with another company without the government approving it.
But the FCC is not supposed to police them. It's to provide licensing.
Well, what do you think the license is? You can't be on the air without a license.
Right, but it's not. It's up for these actual companies.
The police is not supposed to be regulating you either, but hey, you drive, they give you a license, they get to regulate all that. That's just what it is. The truth is, you can't even buy a network in America unless you're an American citizen. That's why Rupert Murdoch became an American citizen when he founded Fox. You know, there's all these laws, but the truth is that the FUBU, who has FUBU, you know, I think, to this day, if you want to have another cable system, you can't do that, can you? You got to choose whatever system you're on.
Right.
Where you live. I mean, that's regulated.
Sure. But I think there's only certain things that the FCC can do.
What about the gas company? Can you choose your own gas company?
They manage the affiliates and the people that have the licensing.
Can you choose your own gas company?
Sure, you can.
No, you can't.
Oh, wait. What kind of gas are you talking about? Natural gas?
Can you choose if you
Are
want to
you
go
talking about natural gas?
If you got PG&E, can you Can you go to another company?
No, but you do have other alternatives.
You see, I mean, it's for everything. We like to pinpoint, but the truth is, you're stuck with your cable company. You're stuck with the whatever electric company you're in. That's how it is in America.
But if you look at it, a lot of these corporations and monopolies were broken up in the 70s. And you're right. There are things like natural gas companies, even telecommunications until 30 years ago. You're right. It was like Pacific Bell, Southern Bell, Eastern Bell. And so, yeah, you're right. But if you look at it
together. They're all back together. And that was in Reagan. Reagan did all that. That was in the 70s.
Right. But if you look at that, now they've all been reappropriated to other businesses. You look at things like Mint Mobile.
That's what I'm saying. So in America, business is regulated. And the reason is because we are the business leader of the world. You know?
We want money.
We are New York is the capital. It's the business capital of the world, you know. That's why all these companies are down there. It is regulated, you know, and that's how it is. But everything in America is fucking regulated, you know. Everything in America. You can't just decide you want to take your house and turn it into a business. You can't just decide you want to open up a fucking deli in your house. No, because they got areas that are restricted to business. They got areas for living. I mean, that's how it is. Everything is regulated here. You know, where I live in Walnut Creek, they built a bunch of new areas for businesses, right? It took years for anything to pop up. In 1 month, 5 businesses opened up at one point. You know why? Because they couldn't get city approval. One of my parents' friends are trying to build a beach house in Half Moon Bay. They've been at it for like 7 years. They've been at it because they couldn't get approval. Everything in America is regulated. Everything is regulated. You know, you can't start a bus company. You can't decide you want to compete with Muni in San Francisco. You know, you got Muni. You know, you got BART. Everything out here is regulated. But it's true. But you don't need Fubu. You don't need ESPN. A lot of people don't even have cable anymore. I mean, Steven, do you have cable?
I have cable internet, but yeah, I don't have TV.
You don't got a TV, but you got, what cable company are you with?
Xfinity.
Xfinity. Now, if you wanted another company, could you change it? Could you go with another company?
Well, I could go with another company for internet, but it wouldn't be on cable.
You couldn't choose your own cable company, right?
No.
I mean, why is that?
Because Comcast owns the lines, I think.
They own the lines. PG&E, they own the electricity rights. That's why we can't get rid of PG&E. You know, it is what it is. But let me tell you something. You know, I lived in the third world. It's not like that everywhere. And in fact, I'll be completely honest with you. I think people live along in their third world. I know it sounds crazy because we all get this idea that our pharmaceuticals and are keeping people alive, but people are like, because they're surrounded by family. They got big families. They always get help when they need it. You know, out here it's not like that. The less family you got, you know, people don't even live around their own family anymore, you know. So, but you know, everything is regulated. But the truth is, like, I mean, Kimmel's not going to be around in 2 years. This show is going off the air. It doesn't make money, and the truth is, the whole talk shows are all going to be replaced by podcasts. It's happening already. You look at ESPN. Pat McAfee is a podcast. You know.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of room for another segment of media if it's podcasting. But I think podcasting is going the wrong way. I think the government's trying to regulate it even more. And so I don't think talk shows are going away. And if they are, it's really slow. It's like the rest of broadcast television. If the only thing that really needs to maybe be broadcasted in real time is things like news. You could do series, but even nowadays, how many people are actually watching the series when it comes out? Like the other night, I think I watched, because it hadn't been on in 8 months, and it was coming back on in the first time in 8 months. It literally was on whatever break, and it took them 8 months to get the shit back on. So I watched the first episode of that the other night because I wasn't going to wait an extra day to watch it on Hulu. But from here on out, I'll be watching that on Hulu on my own time.
Hulu sucks.
Or whatever streaming services showing sucks. Whatever content.
Netflix.
Oh, well, I'm going to ban Hulu. I'm going to ban Disney Plus. I'm going to ban ABC, but they're bringing back Kimmel. And so I'll reprieve them currently.
You know, I think Jimmy Kimmel will try to get fired. He tried to get fired because he was going to get paid anyway.
He was going to get paid anyway, but I think if he wanted to try to get fired, he should have came out and said some shit. And
he became an Italian citizen last year. So obviously he's thinking about moving out of here, you know. And the truth is, it's getting kind of, at this point, like,
people get dual citizenship for lots of reasons, but you're right. One of them is to leave.
Yeah. And he
look at Rosie O'Donnell or whatever.
Rosie O'Donnell left. Elaine DeGeneres left. All these people left, you know. But they all go to Europe. None of them going to, like, Latin America, you know. None of them going to Mexico. but they all go to Europe, But
Yeah, if I had money and if I could do that, I would do it. I would get a dual citizenship just to have another home in another place.
but podcasts and talk shows are almost the same. The only difference is you don't have an audience, and they're hella cheaper to make.
They are hella cheaper to make, but they're also okay. So I think each of those formats can be funny. I think first and foremost, it has to be educational, entertaining, or funny, or something. There has to be some redeeming value from the programming. Let's take your show. If you are a BTS collector enthusiast, you're loving this show because you're gonna see what BTS toy you're gonna open up for McDonald's this week. So if that's your thing, they're gonna be watching you. And so you have other things to offer. But anyway, what I'm saying is I think there's a market for everything. So as long as it has some sort of redeeming value, educational, entertainment, or whatever. And so is there a place for podcasting? Sure. But I think it's going backwards and it's getting less regulated that way. I guess the government, I mean, look at what Trump's doing with, he like took out a lot of he just wanted other people out of the press room. Did you hear that? He wanted CNN out of the press room and New York Times, and they want more podcasters like us. They don't want podcasters like us, Chris. They want podcasters that they can control. They couldn't control you. If you went into the White House, you would either kiss their ass or not, and chances are not. You would still say what you want to say.
I mean, it's just part of my personality, but I'm talking about the late night shows. They will replace by podcasts. All of them. All of them in 5 years. There's just going to be podcasts doing at that market.
Well, then at that time, isn't broadcast TV dead? Because can't you just get podcasts from any other service?
You can. That's why they're going to bring in the podcast, because they haven't tried it yet.
And the only place you can get first run, let's say, late night talk shows currently is television.
But who watches these things? Do you know
apparently a lot of fucking people.
Do you know anybody who watches Jimmy Kimmel?
Yes, I do.
Every night.
Pretty much. But I also cheat a lot because I'll watch different monologues or different segments from different ones. There's people that he has on that I don't want to see. And I also want to watch it at my convenience. I don't want to have to stay up until 1 a.m. I can watch it the next day.
Look at these talk shows.
But they still have to have a place of where they actually
You know what broadcast. The biggest problem is? I mean, it's been 50 years since we had the late night talk shows. These are all white males,
I agree.
They're all white males. They haven't been able to find any. They haven't even tried to find another minority to fill these spots.
They tried to find a female. That didn't work.
Well, they didn't find the right one.
They've done different shows that have been... Well, they've not been on broadcast, though,
it's
right?
It's hard. The females is hard because...
Like Larry Whitmore was Comedy Central.
The trouble is, we still judge females on their looks. And we need to find a 40-year-old female talk show host, like somebody like Oprah. Oprah was good, but we're still trying to find these 20-year-olds.
What funny woman would you want to see with a show like that, with a late night talk show? Because they did. Taylor Tomlinson was doing one there.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, she was picked for the wrong reasons.
Right. So who would you pick? Your pick if you were,
I think we need Roseanne back on the air.
You think Roseanne. So you need somebody that represents your generation and should be something totally different than we've got. Which is fine. I think that's exciting.
I think we gotta find somebody.
I think the shows that definitely keep fading into the woodwork, like the James Cordens, the Craig Kilborns, the even the Craig Fergusons, are middle-aged white guys for the most part.
That's what I'm saying. We had Arsenio, but the difference is between
But that's been forever.
The day talk shows those are all affiliates.
You think?
You know?
Do you think Arsenio could come back?
No, I don't think so. But I think there's room for more. Why can't we have more? Why can't we find some more?
Who would you pitch to say, hey, I've got a great... who would you pitch, Steven? Who would you want? Who would you think would be a good contemporary comedian for a nighttime variety show? Not even talk show, variety.
I don't know. I haven't put a whole lot of thought into that.
Because I do think that the nighttime talk format is always been a little dry. It should always be something like a... I think David Letterman brought something different. I thought it was sometimes really stupid, but I thought it was unique. But anyway, back to you. Sorry.
Yeah.
But we got to think about the future here. If we got a future audience of the Charlie Kirk supporters, they're going to be the next late night audience. We got to figure out how to get those people, because TV has always tried to sell to white males from that age group because they got more money. They're getting married later in life. I mean, I took a media class. I know exactly who the ratings are for. The ratings aren't for everybody. They don't care about everybody. They don't care about who's watching what. They want a select group of people. And that's your select group of people. And that's what I'm saying is, like, how long can these talk shows last if they keep making fun of their future audiences? How many of these Charlie Kirk supporters are even going to watch Kimmel ever again after what he said? You know, how many of these people are going to take a grudge for the rest of their life? Is it even smart to go after this main audience who basically are going to be like the main money people the next 50 years, you know? These are the people who are going to be ruling when we're old, you know? And we got to look at these people like, is it smart to go after them?
Okay, so you're conceding. You're saying we lost, or
nobody
that we
lost. Nobody lost here. I'm saying, in a realistic case,
why fight City Hall, or in this case, the Trump administration, for your rights? Is that what you're saying?
Fight the Trump administration. How many presidents have I lived through? I arrived in 79.
Sure.
I arrived with Carter. Sure. Then we had Reagan.
Sure.
Then we had Bush. Sure. Then we had Clinton. Then we had Bush Jr. Then we had Obama. Then we had Trump. Then we had Biden. Like, you know, to tell you the truth, I don't worry about any of this stuff, you know, because I'm not fighting them. I think it's a whole smoke screen. You know, we go back and forth between two parties. What I'm saying is...
nothing ever really changes?
Nothing ever really changes.
I think this time it changed.
Steven.
I think this time it changed.
Have the laws changed? Have the laws affected you at all the last 8 years?
The laws affected me the last 8 years? Probably.
Can you name one law that affected you that the Trump administration changed?
Not off the top of my head.
Why is that? Why can't you name one?
Because they're not changing laws.
Well, they may be. I mean, I'm sure there's one. I just have to look it up. That's all.
Because the president can't change a law. It has to be done by the House. It has to be done by the Senate. The president does not change laws, you know.
But is his administration and is his choices killing people? Absolutely. That can be said without any denying it.
Who is it?
Just
killing?
even USAID ID. They said something about how many million children are going to die because we don't give aid to other countries.
Look,
now?
you didn't even know about USA 2 years ago. You found out about it now because they tell you to care.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you.
I've known that we've always airdropped kids and given kids money and food.
You should do
Since I was a kid, there's been care commercials. What do you
just
mean?
Repeat everything you hear on the news. You're not saying anything new. You just repeat everything you see in the news. I mean, come up with your own opinions for a change.
That is my own opinion.
It's not your opinion. You're just watching the news and repeating it. I'm telling you, come up with one law that has affected you.
I'm not saying a law.
Tell me a law.
I'm saying a lot of
Tell
choices.
Me anything.
Every one of his choices.
Tell me
every
one
one of his
thing.
executive orders.
Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing.
Almost.
Tell me one thing that the Trump administration has done that personally affected you. Tell me one thing. One thing.
Meals on Wheels for seniors.
How did that affect you?
My parents, which affects me.
What did they do?
They reduced and or took it away.
Did your parents get less food?
Yes.
Shouldn't you pay for the food yourself?
Is it me? Are we talking about me? Again, you're asking if Trump's action has any of his actions have affected me personally. Absolutely.
And Meals on Wheels is a private charity. What does Trump have to do with that?
No,
these are private charities. This is a private charity. Hey, you're telling me I live in a senior community. You think I don't know about Meals on Wheels?
So you don't think any of his actions have affected people?
I'm
What about his big beautiful bill?
Well, how did it affect you?
Let's go down the list. He's taking Medicare away from people. Right?
How did it affect you though?
Just everybody I come in contact with that now is not going to have vaccines that are going to get me sick. Are you kidding me? Everything that this guy has done is a fucking joke. If you tried to fuck up this country more, you couldn't try. You couldn't succeed more than this fucking guy has. This guy has gone out of his fucking way to fuck up our country. He's 9 months into his administration. It's going to take like 3 administrations. It's going to take like 8 or 12 years to right the wrongs, to get us back to where we were last December. So are you telling me with a straight face, no, he has not changed laws, because we still currently have checks and balances. But as we know, most of those checks and balances were facades, because here he is able to stop cancer research and different things for different people. The CDC is, doing these things. They're taking things off of websites that aren't true. There's so many things that he's trying to erase everything that he did wrong in his first presidency, including January 6th. Are you kidding me? You can blow smoke up someone else's ass, Chris.
How's that affected you? How has that affected you?
It's affected everybody around me. Therefore,
can you name one thing they've done that affected
everything?
You?
Everything he has done has affected each and every one of us.
Because they don't do anything. It's just a smoke screen, They talk about we're going to do this, we're going to do that. The presidents don't do shit. Politics never changes. It's the same thing, I mean, why?
This is politics 2.0 on steroids.
Look are you a sports fan?
Yes.
What's your favorite team?
It's always Bay Area teams, usually.
It's always Bay Area teams. Now, if you were a real sports fan...
Wouldn't I like anybody? Sure.
Wouldn't you take politics less seriously? Isn't politics really for people who don't have anything else to do?
No, I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you can't go through life with blinders on. Should you be all obsessed with it? No. But when literally a car swerves into your lane, you're supposed to avoid the crash.
It's obsession. Avoid the crash. You want to avoid the crash, don't drive. The thing is, the presidents really don't change anything. I have Medi-Cal, anybody.
For how long?
Hey, I have it. I'm on SSI.
Until you vote, and make sure you vote for him next time. Oh, wait, don't worry. There won't be an election.
You know what? I haven't voted for... I don't even vote anymore. You know why? Because then nothing happens. Most people don't even vote, Where I was...
That could be one reason where we're at.
I'm from in Chile, you're required to vote. It's the law. You're not required to vote here. But the truth is, this is just a bunch of smoke screen. We got two sides who fight it out every 4 years. They're always pointing fingers at each other. But really, nothing ever happens, Nothing ever changes, I mean, we got Gavin out here trying to change the election laws. He has a new. Why can't Gavin change the election laws in California?
He's trying to.
He's trying. No, he put in. He's letting us vote on it.
Right.
Because you can't change. The president can't change laws.
Yeah, we've already established
the government can't change laws. You know, everything is voted. You got two sides. But the reality is, you know, as long as we got two-party system, we're going to be fighting this way forever. It's going to be like this forever, you know.
Is Steven still there, or has he been preempted?
But it's about...
I'm still here.
It's about time we realize that we're getting played. You know why?
Oh, well, I agree with you
We're
there.
getting played because the rich people on both sides, they don't give a fuck about us, you know. The rich people rule this country. They don't give a fuck about us. But every 4 years they make us fight it like we're on some team or another team. We're not on any fucking teams. We're all fucking losers in this game. We're all gonna die in fucking debt. And it's about time we wake up and realize that there's a two-party system. There's rich people and there's the rest of us. We're all fucking screwed. We all got credit card debts. We're all buying expensive fucking cars. We're all got housing debt. We're all in debt. And that's how it is. The government just doesn't want us to realize we're all in fucking debt together. That's how it is.
For those of you just joining us, welcome to the Little Ray of Sunshine podcast with your host.
This is reality, you know. This is reality. You know what you should do? Spend a whole month. Don't even look at the news. Don't even watch TV. Just do your own thing and see if you come up with your own ideas. As long as you keep watching the news,
I would love to do that.
They're going to keep telling you what to think about, how to think about it, what you should be upset about, how you should be upset about it, you know? And at the end, it's like, I don't want to live in a world where the TV is trying to tell me what to be upset about. I'm not going to do that. I've never done it. I'm not going to start now. If you want to be like that, you go live your life like that.
But how could you know about all these topics if you're not watching the news, sir?
I don't watch the news because I look
Do
it
you
up.
listen to CNN during your sleep and it gets into your psyche? Or
actually,
apparently you're ingesting a little bit of news too.
I look up stuff. I look up stuff and get ready for this show. You know, this is my show. I look up political stuff. I know I'm going to have to talk about it. I was watching the funeral yesterday in case I had to talk about it.
What did they put that on? Was that on all the major networks?
No, I think it was just Fox.
Just Fox.
But that's the thing is I look up because
And then where did he get buried?
Huh?
Where did he get buried?
He hasn't been buried.
Oh, this was just his funeral.
It was in a stadium.
His wake or his rosary. Oh, it was at a stadium. Okay, I didn't know. I heard that it was being televised, but I thought.
Well, you don't know because you don't watch one newscast. You don't know.
I don't need to watch a funeral on TV.
That's the difference between me and you.
I didn't watch.
I look up stuff because I need to know. Because this is my fucking show. And I get ready for my show. I'm not going to have people in here trying to tell me this and that. Like, if you want to sit there and watch the news and have the news tell you how to live your life, you go for it. But the rest of us, they're like, you know what? We're just going to live our lives, you know. I got enough crazy people around me that you wonder, what does it matter anymore, you know? What does it matter? Why are you so into it? Just live your life, you know? That's the way I'm about. But yeah, I do look at political stuff. I do look at the news because I get ready for this show. Because that's what I do. This is my show. I consider myself a journalist. I do that.
You do more than that. You are informed before you had this show. You form an opinion on most things. Most of the time, believe it or not, they're pretty well informed. Because, yeah, you do read or you do ingest. But, again, to tell me or anyone that you ingest news because whatever your excuses were, the fear, them telling you what to do, but yours is different. Yours is pure.
It's not pure. It's not pure. It's a job. This is
yeah.
a
Okay,
job.
so that's what you're saying.
It's not-
You're doing this strictly for research.
Well, yeah, but I watch both sides. That's what a journalist does.
Sure,
They
sure,
watch
sure.
both sides.
And
you know?
I've watched.
What about Steven?
Go ahead, Steven.
What about Steven? Where do you get your news from? You don't got cable. How do you? Get
Which
your
one
news?
of your 3 screens do you get your news from?
Oh, usually the middle one.
And then, so where do you ingest news? I try to ingest news from both sides,
Yeah, I try to do that.
and I only ingest maybe about 20% of the other side. But I usually can go right to something like Fox or Newsmax or what's the other one? The other one that's off the hinge.
I got a story for you.
We're ready.
You know, my dad he's a senior, can't walk by himself that good anymore. Needs a cane. He might need a wheelchair soon. But you know what he told me a couple years ago? He said, you know what he misses is doing the little things in life. Just going out for walks, just driving around, you know. It used to be that I used to worry, is my dad proud of me or not? And I realized it later on, when you can't walk, when you can't do the little things, that's when you realize, like, I fucked up. I should have been at it doing the little things in life. And that's what I'm trying to say here. It's like, yeah, you know, we got a president you don't like. It's not our first president we didn't like, you know. It's not our first one we hated and stuff. But we got over the other ones, you know. And I'm saying the more you worry about it, the more you freak out. It's like, what's the point, you know? We're going to have an election in 3 years. We're going to have another president in there. In my lifetime, we're going to see maybe 7 more presidents, maybe 8, who knows how many more. But this idea that, you know, it's like it's a joke to me that because I've seen it before. I've been here. I've been during the Bush wars. I've seen the Iraqi wars. I've been here during Reagan. Like, are you seriously gonna sit here and tell me we're not gonna, like, it's the only difference is, like, now we got the news telling you this guy is evil and stuff. They said he's a fucking Nazi. But, like, we all loved Trump before he ran for president. Now we hated him when he ran. At the end of the day, it's like, why worry about all that shit, you know? And at the end, is like, it's about the little things in life. Just enjoy your life. That's what I'm really saying. Don't sit here and, like, you know, freak out over Trump or freak out over this or that. It's like, what? At the end, I'm just like, just have fun with your life. Enjoy your life. Go do what you want in life. You know, nobody's keeping you from getting a vaccine. If you want to get a vaccine, my mom gets a vaccine every 6 months. She just shows up and they give her one. Like, you don't have to pay for your vaccine. You know, most people don't even want a vaccine anymore. How many vaccines you got, Steven?
I don't know how many, but more than one for sure.
When was the last time you got a COVID vaccine?
I think like a year ago.
What about you, Paul?
About 2 years ago.
2 years ago. But somehow
A year and a half.
they're keeping you from getting a vaccine. Like, oh, they're keeping you. Oh.
I don't need another one. I'm fine.
See? I live in a senior community too. You know, my neighbors are fucking rich. They're fucking rich. You know, there's no doubt about it. We're like the poor people where I live. You know, I live in a place, it's got the biggest Democratic Party in California. 1,000 members. 1,000 members. You know what it's like to live in a place with 1,000 Democratic members? There's 10,000 people in this place. There's 1,000 of them that are Democrats, that are registered in this club, you know? I mean, you're telling me how it affected people? Like, I'm surrounded by it. You know what did they have to do where I live in Rossmore? They basically told these people they couldn't have any political opinions in the newspaper because it was getting out of control. You know, they were fighting. Fights broke out here. These were seniors. Fights broke out. And at the end, I'm just saying, one day, we're all going to realize, like, hey, we survived it. We survived it before. We're going to survive it. This whole idea, like, if you're so freaked out, you know, you're welcome to leave. Did you know you can drive into Mexico? They don't even check passports in Mexico. You can go anytime you want. You can go anytime you want, you know. That's what I tell people. But at the end, why worry about all? Why sit around worrying about it?
And that's the way you would drive. Is you would go south. You wouldn't
Not
go north.
me.
You're not going anywhere.
Why would I go? I became a citizen on my own. I chose to be a citizen. You might have been born in this country, but I walked into a government building and I said I want to be a citizen here. You know, I became a citizen. I didn't have to. I was a European citizen. I'm fucking a Chilean citizen. I don't need this. But look, America is the best country in the world, you know. But the same thing is happening in fucking Chile. They're in the middle of election. My mom's freaking out. You got some communist versus some Nazi. Same bullshit there as it happens here, you know. One day they're Nazis. The next fucking 4 years later, oh, the Republicans are gonna save the government. They're gonna save the economy. But now they're Nazis, you know. At the end of the day, we're always gonna have Republicans in fucking White Houses. We're always gonna have Democrats in White Houses because that's all we can have is a Republican or a Democrat. And when this system is the way it is, why worry about it?
Boy, that shut us down.
I'm not trying to shut anybody down. I'm saying live your life. If you
I
take
live my
one thing,
life.
like that movie, So Fucking What? Remember that movie, So Fucking What, from the with Reese Witherspoon? You ever saw So Fucking What?
Nope.
You never saw So Fucking What?
Nope.
At the end, so fucking what? That's what I'm saying. That's my message. So fucking what? What, are you gonna run away? Are you gonna leave the country because you don't like the president? I mean, you're fucking here. You can't leave. So why not just try and make the best of it?
So that's what SFW means.
So fucking what? Go check out So Fucking What with Reese Witherspoon. You know?
Steven Dorff and Jake Busey. Jake Busey.
Hello?
Toby Maguire.
So fucking what?
Hi, this is Samantha with Medical Alert System. How are you today?
Good?
All right. We're calling to let you know that you may be eligible for a complimentary medical alert system with GPS technology. So are you over the age of 55?
Yeah.
Great. I'm going to add in a specialist to our call now to get you more information about medical alert system. Just bear with me, okay?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Okay.
You're a lonely man.
Thanks for the board. This is Anthony, one of the students at MedAlert. How are you?
What was that noise?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what was that noise?
Can you say that again?
I said, what was that noise?
Did you listen?
No.
All right. Well, we tried.
Yeah.
It's all happy memories. It's all nice little flowers blooming in the springtime. It's
That's
all nice. It's all not nice. I either like it or I don't like it. It's either right handed or left handed. We got two choices in life. You know, you can be happy or not happy. It's your choice. Nobody's gonna force you to be happy. You know, if you want to be unhappy, that's your choice. You know, but you gotta let the rest of us be happy if we want to. You know, and that's the way I look at things. Let people be who they want to be. Isn't that what real freedom is about? Just letting people be who they want to be. I'm all about real freedom, real happiness. You know, at the end of the day, my parents are seniors, but I'm not making money off of them. Nobody's paying me to watch them, you know, even though they should pay me to watch them. I don't have a stake in the whole government system, you know. I'm an SSI, but they don't give me a lot of money. But the truth is, I got Medi-Cal. I don't even go to the doctors. You know why? Because I'm not old. They don't give a fuck about me. They give me the runaround, you know. They only listen to you if you're old. They throw medicine out, the seniors, you know, because they don't care. They don't know. My doctors are all in their 20s. They're young, you know, they're all hip. And at the end, they're looking at me like, you know, they don't really listen to what I'm saying. They got ideas about who you are. You know, if they think you're a drug addict, they're basically going to give you the runaround because they think you're there trying to get drugs. So at the end of the day, I took my own responsibility. I took responsibility all over my life. And I said, fuck all this. I don't need this shit. I'm going to be healthy on my own. I took responsibility for all that. I'm a man. And I will stand up for this shit. But at the end of the day, I mean, I still think like people in the third world, they're happier, they live longer. My cousins, you know, my grandparents made it to their 90s. You know, they were fat like me, but somehow they made it to their 90s. In America, fat people don't make it to their 90s because they find a way to kill you off early and stuff. The way I'm saying is like, you know, some people they get listened to, other people don't. But at the end, it's like, yeah, I got Medi-Cal. If they take it away, I'm still gonna go to the county hospital if I get sick. They're still gonna pay for me, you know, one way or the other. I'm not even worried about that. At the end of the day, I've been here since '79, and I don't know one law that ever got changed that has affected anybody I know. But every 4 years, we get all upset about this and that. Like, oh, I'm a red or I'm blue. And at the end, it's like, hey, can you name me one law that has affected you? And you can't even do that. None of you can.
You're still just trying to bait me.
I'm not baiting you. Can you name one law that has affected you?
How about cannabis?
Huh?
How about cannabis, Mr. Smoker?
You see?
No, I'm wondering. Go ahead. Oh wait, what was that? By the way, was that really on me that time? Oh, that's crazy. Sorry. No, seriously. How about cannabis?
How has it affected you?
No, I meant you.
Me? It didn't affect me at all.
You don't go to cannabis clubs?
I do.
Then that law has affected you. You're able to walk into a cannabis club and
I could do that.
Purchase.
I've been able to do that.
You wouldn't have been able to do that if they didn't pass a law.
I would have bought weed anywhere.
Not at a cannabis club. So that has changed. You personally. That's just one thing. So, but thanks for playing though.
Cannabis.
I could do this all day long. There's laws that change that affect us all.
You do,
and even if they don't affect you directly, indirectly, stuff happens.
You do all of this.
What about your Happy Meals? You wouldn't be able to buy one of those toys if Ed Lee's law was still in place. You would have to go out of the city of San Francisco to get a Happy Meal toy. Did you know that? And that was a law. Yeah, that was a law that changed and affected you. So
how did it affect me? How did it affect me?
If that was still in place, you wouldn't have been able to buy those toys. So I guess by them changing that law back, you were able to buy those toys.
You see, that's what I'm trying to say. You're talking about toys. You're talking about weed.
You're talking about
I'm talking about real laws, God damn it. I'm talking about real laws. Can you name one law? You're a property owner. You're a property owner. Name me some property laws that got changed that affected you.
Oh, taxes.
I'm talking about real laws.
Oh, look at
You're
interest
talking about
rates.
toys.
And those
You're
aren't
talking
laws,
about
though.
toys.
Those aren't laws. Those are like interest rates and the Fed and stuff. So you're blaming the wrong person. That's like saying blaming the wrong person. There's not been a law, let's say, that's changed interest rates.
At least I'm not blaming some color. I'm not blaming.
Well, I'm not blaming anybody.
Or blaming a red person or a blue person. I get the blue person.
No, I'm blaming the person that's supposed to be have the America's best interest.
It's a blue person. It's a red person.
He's neither. He's an
orange.
He's an orange person.
We're like gangs. Have you noticed they turned this into gangs? We're like gangs now. It used to be that the blue and red would kill each other. Guess what? Now we're gangs. Now the red and the blue are killing each other again. This time it's a national
There's
system.
a good analogy.
The red and the blue are killing each other again over colors. Like we used to look at the LA, the gangs, were like, look at these gangs killing each other for colors. Guess what? Now it's a national thing. Now we're all doing it. And it's like, is it okay? I'm not down for that, you know? I'm saying it's a color. If we can have more than one gender, we can have more than one color, can't we? Why we all gotta be red and blue? Why we all gotta be red and blue?
People ask me if I'm Democrat at this point. No, I'm American because Democrats are not really doing anything. The Republicans that are aiding and abetting him, and the Democrats aren't doing anything.
It's the red people. It's the blue people. It's the Crips.
Well, I don't like stereotyping people.
I'm a Crip. Fuck these Bloods. I'm gonna kill some Bloods. I'm gonna kill the Crips. That's what you became. You're just a gang member, dude. Is that really what you want to be? You want to be a gang member?
Yeah, because that's
if you
want to
be a gang member, why don't you join a gang? That's what we have become. Oh, it's the blue people. It's the red people. Oh my God. He's a red person. I hate him. I hope he dies.
Well, that's like
that's
like equating it to sports teams.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we become. The Reds and the Blood. The Bloods and the Crips. But now we got politics.
The Raiders and the Niners.
You know?
The Giants and the A's.
At the end, there's like, we can have more than one party. We have more than two parties. But we got a two-party system and we're all fighting.
Both of them are broke. Both parties are broke.
They've always been broke.
They've even changed so much they've flip-flopped. You are correct.
Realized that the government's been in debt for 50 years?
Sure.
Haven't you realized?
I think we've been in debt since day one. We're always going to be in
debt. We're always broke.
And we're always giving away money.
Things never change. The only thing that changes is we got people on TV telling us to hate each other. You know? That's what changed. We got people on TV saying, hate this person, hate that person. I don't hate you because you're a Crip or a Blood. You want to be in a gang, that's your business. But like, hey, gang life, it's not for me, you know? I never joined a gang. I don't live in gang neighborhoods. You want to be a gang member, that's on you, you know? I mean, how long is it before you stop wearing red? Do you even wear red? Are you at the point where you won't wear it anymore? Do you see something red and like freaks you out?
I'm waiting for Steven. Steven's been extra quiet this episode, and it's probably because he's focusing on creating his resume versus.
Is Paul a Democrat or not? Is he a Democrat?
No.
What is he?
Let's see if he was listening.
He's an American.
Thank you. Somebody was listening.
He's an American. But you know what?
Do you want me to start singing a Lee Greenwood song or what?
You know what?
Would that make you feel better? In the style of BTS?
I'm an Earthling. I'm an Earthling.
That's yet to be determined, Chris.
I wasn't born here. I got citizenships in 3 different continents. go where I wanted. I don't need to be here because I became a U.S. citizen on my own. But I never joined the gang. I'm not about to. Every 4 years, they bring out this gang fight. It's like, enough with the gangs, you know? Enough with the gangs. It's not right anymore, you know? It's just not right to hate each other because somebody's blue and the other person's red, you know? Do you live in a blue or a red neighborhood? I mean, does that really matter? And it does matter now. And what I'm saying
Oh,
is,
yeah. What about you performing in clubs? Doesn't that change?
what I'm saying is, don't join a gang. Say no to gang life, you know? Say no to gang life. Do not let people put you in some gang, you know? That's all I'm saying. I ain't grew up around gangs. I'm not about to join one now.
How's it performing for like Sacramento versus Bay Area crowds, Steven? Do you have to change a little?
I don't know. It's weird. Like the last few shows that I've done in the Bay Area, well, maybe not the last few, but there were a lot of shows that I did in the Bay Area over the last couple of years where the audiences were mostly just tourists.
Oh, okay.
And that was kind of weird to perform for them.
Right.
You kind of get a sense of what the expectations were and things like that.
That happens in San Francisco a lot, or towns like San Francisco where there's a lot of tourists. But do you find that the locals in the Bay versus the locals in the Sacramento area? All I know is I can tell the difference between performing in the Valley versus performing in the Bay. And do I change? Yeah, just a little bit of my inflection. Usually I depending on which way I go, I either get more frustrated and a little bit more energy, or I get like I don't realize that I'm being the brunt of the joke or something, kind of like I don't know why this is funny, but it is funny. And sometimes they get it. Sometimes they're in on the joke and other times they're not. So, yeah, no, I notice a difference. And I've only performed, in the 3 years that I've been out there, I've only performed under 10 times in the Valley. Otherwise, I've come here for gigs. And a couple of those things in the Valley have been open mics or whatever. Most of them have been open mics. I've only been booked for like 1 show, 2 shows out there. So in 3 years. So yeah. Different feel though. I don't market and I only know so many people. And most of the times when I've gone out to perform, it's because one of these comics that I know out there has started a room or they got a room or
the reality is we're all past our prime.
We're all past our prime.
Comedians are all 20, 30-year-olds. You know, we're all old people. Of course, we're not getting booked. Who's want to book a bunch of 50-year-olds or
hopefully somebody that's cited because you want to.
No, because all the bookers are younger than us.
Yeah, like, but is that so? Well, is that right?
What is right?
What is right?
What is right?
Well, you saying that? How did you phrase that? You basically just said we're all past our prime. Well, depending on what you mean by past our prime. If you mean that we were better before, no.
Well,
no.
The basic thing
I don't agree with that.
When you're booking a comedian, you don't want to worry about their political side. Maybe that's why they don't book you, because they're worried you're gonna go crazy.
You're really big on the political thing today. You're the one that's going political on us today.
What I'm saying is, that's a question mark. You know, the Valley isn't exactly the Bay Area.
No, it isn't. You're right.
You moved into a red area.
Here we go. I was waiting.
Here we go. Into a red area. You did. So what you're trying to say is like they don't get my jokes because
you're saying that. You're saying that.
No, isn't that what you were just saying?
Nope. You're taking something I said and twisting it to match what you're saying.
How about just being funny? Funny is funny, you know?
Right. And I'm
Funny
saying
is
that
funny.
don't you change a little bit depending on where you are? And I said, yeah, I changed my inflection. Same material. I don't chicken out here, camera on me. I don't chicken out by any means. But I don't intentionally go in to piss off the audience either. That's not my thing. My thing when I entertain is I want to make you laugh. That's my main job. How I get there, it's still a mystery.
10 years ago, you were doing a podcast playing with dildos on the air. Now you're like all about being woke and stuff. Like, what happened to the guy playing with
being woke?
What happened to the
How
guy
am I
playing
being
with
woke?
the dildos?
Hold on.
What happened to the guy playing with the dildos on the air? What happened to that guy?
So what do you mean by being woke? I have not been woke whatsoever.
What happened to the guy with the dildos? What happened?
No, I want to address what you just said about being woke.
Steven,
I'm sorry.
Steven,
Hold on. No.
Steven,
Steven,
are you woke?
No, but I strive to be.
See? Steven doesn't think. Is there anything wrong with being woke, Steven?
No.
Is that a bad thing to say about somebody? So why is Paul getting mad about it?
I'm not getting mad.
See,
I'm just telling
that's
you.
what I'm saying.
Not.
What happened to the guy with the dildos? What happened to the guy with the dildos? What happened to the guy I used to put on?
I don't know. He's giving you a platform to say whatever the fuck you want.
I mean,
as long as you're not hurting yourself or
others. You used to have
George
George Carlin on the air. Now
I have the rat. Now I have the rat.
And how much did George Carlin help you with your career?
George Carlin or Patrick?
Oh, you never had George Carlin on the air? You had his brother?
You know that.
Well, maybe that's why your career went nowhere. Jeez. You chose the wrong Carlin to kick it with.
My career apparently went well enough to support yours currently on a Monday, sir.
Support?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
you would be doing this from the phone in your couch.
I probably should be doing it from there. You know?
Maybe.
Because at least my couch knows how to talk to people.
You know? I'm talking to them
tell jokes, how to be funny. You know, how to be funny. What I'm saying is, what happened to you playing with dildos on the air? You were like a dildo. You used to play with dildos on the air. And look at you. What happened?
I'm pushing your buttons instead.
I was talking to somebody about you, and they're like, what happened to the guy with the dildos?
I don't get what you're asking.
What happened to that guy?
I'm same guy. I'm giving you a platform so you were able to create. Currently.
Was it because there was a Democrat? If the Democratic president was on, you would play. If there was a Democratic president, you would be playing with dildos on the air. Now there's a Republican, so you don't play with dildos on the air. What happened to the dildos? Where the dildos are you hiding them?
No, one's currently sitting behind the BTS figures. That's my current dildo that I'm currently showing.
This is my marketing campaign.
Just letting you know.
This is my way.
You're dropping your ass for everyone to see.
This is my way of letting advertisers know I'm willing to advertise your toys. That's why I bring these toys on the air. Let people know you bring me your shit, I'll put them on, you know? That's my advertising thing. I'm trying to get it started with my toys. My BTS toys. These are McDonald's toys. And I think it would be good. But I'm saying, where are the dildos? What happened to the dildos? What happened you playing with George Carlin's brother and the dildos? You know? Where are the dildos at? What happened to those dildos? Are you hiding them? Let's see. I've never brought dildos on the air. I've never brought dildos on stage. I'm a comedian. I'm not a prop comic. Where the dildos?
He's sitting in front of like 10 figures right now.
This is advertising. I'm trying to get advertising started.
Doing good, but no props. Thank God you don't have any props.
This is advertising. I'm trying to get advertising started.
You like a watermelon and a big old hammer.
I'm trying to get advertising. I think this is a good way of doing it. Letting the McDonald's people know, give me some money. I'll put this shit on. But where are the dildos at? What happened to George Carlin? Why didn't George Carlin kick it with you? Why is it only the brother kicked it with you? I always stood by myself, stood on that stage. That's one of the things I always liked about comedy. It's just you. It's up there. It's just you fighting against the world, trying to make people laugh. You know, the truth is, I never had to work hard to be funny. I've always been funny. I was born funny, you know. And one of the reasons why is because the way they taught me how to read in English, you know. It's the way they taught me how to pronounce words that made me monotone. And the monotone is the key to everything. But at the end of the day, I never play with dildos. I'm not ashamed to admit, you know. But I do like the BTS figures. But this is advertising. And this is what podcasts run. They run on advertising money. And I'm letting them know, these people, hey, I'm willing to bring in advertising to this show. Because it's my show. It's always been my show. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. At the end, I'm okay with it. Whatever. It is what it is. But the way I look at it is like, I'm going to be surviving all this forever. My videos are never going to go away. My stand-up comedy videos are going to be around forever. You know, it's because people, they like watching this shit, you know, and it is what it is. I've been like around for years, but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't need to prove myself anymore. I kind of felt like I'm already there. I'm already at a status. I don't need all that, you know, and that's the way it is. People are going to remember me for generations because I'm the leader of this. I'm the leader of the comedy scene. I built this shit. I built it on my own, and those videos are gonna hold up forever. Like I don't even worry about what happens to my YouTube videos. I'm not worried about them ever disappearing because they're always gonna be around in one form or another. I mean, I got people who wasted their whole lives watching videos of me, just watching me. You know, people just like to watch me. I don't know what it is, you know. I can walk into a room with 20 cameras, 20 TV screens. Each TV screen is a different person. And you know who security is going to choose to watch? Me. They're going to watch me because I'm fucking entertaining. People love me. They love to watch me, you know. And that's how it is. It's always been like that. It is what it is. But at the end, it's like, hey, I am the only comedian on this network. I don't know what to say about that. But at the end, it is. I'm okay with whatever happens. But yeah, my stand-up videos are never gonna go away. They're gonna be around forever. And it's not even me doing it, you know. It's just something there. It's something there. I can't really put it, but like I've been well known for years. I don't know how it happened, but Hollywood has always been around me in one form or another. And I can't even explain it why, you know. They do owe me some kind of money, but at the end, I mean, I really don't ever have to hit a stage again at this point. It is what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's something there. I mean, I wish I would get booked. I wish I would make money off of this. But my videos, it's because I spent years videotaping myself. I always put every video I had on YouTube. And at the end, I'm kind of proud of my work. What do you think, Steven?
Huh?
What do you think, Steven?
And what are you drinking in your moonshine jar? I didn't want to knock him off his soapbox. He was up there.
Yeah, I know. No, it's just water.
Okay. It was like the last bit was all clear, and you took like a little sip. I was like, oh man, he's drinking moonshine. Look at him go.
No, it's just hot, so I'm trying to stay hydrated.
So what do you have to promote? He's only got a couple more minutes left.
Oh, I just hit 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And that handle once again is what?
At Stephen Ferris Comedy.
Oh, okay. Cool. It's not the where you want to go or what do you want to do or.
No, I took that off.
Oh, there you go. So it's Stephen Ferris Comedy, spelled like it is on the screen on YouTube.
Yeah.
Cool. And then what else you got up and coming?
I have, let's see. I have.
And you should always have like a flyer or share a screen or something and go, this is what I got.
Oh, how do I do that?
You should be able to share a screen up there, I believe. That or have something printed but I think you can share the screen with the settings.
Oh.
Down below in the middle on the left. So on one of your screens, you can put your flyer, and then you can hit that little button and tell it which monitor it's on.
Oh, I see. Well, let me pull up my.
While you're pulling that up, I'll go back to Chris. What do you got to promote, sir?
I got nothing, and I don't need to promote anything because I'm already there.
He's established. He doesn't need to promote shit. You'll just find him.
I'm sitting in the heavens right now, playing with my weed.
Here, I got 3 shows on the books. That's it.
All right. So what do we got here? We got.
We'll be at the Lumpia Company on Friday, October 24th.
There you
go. The Bistro on November 6th in Hayward.
Okay.
And Gold Vibe Kombucha in Grass Valley.
And is that on your website there on StephenFerris.com?
No, it's whatdoyouguyswantado.com.
Whatdoyouguyswantado.com. Okay, good. Okay. And so that's on your calendar on whatdoyouguyswantado.com, where you can see where you're performing currently. Thank you. Appreciate that. Anything else you want to promote?
No. All right, now.
Okay.
I'm tired.
I bet. Back to you, Chris.
I love BTS, even though I can't name one of their songs.
What does a Happy Meal cost nowadays? Like $8?
But it's about the journey. It's about the journey. It's about me walking in to McDonald's, talking to people in Spanish, if they speak Spanish, talking to them in English, if they speak English, not knowing what I'm going to get. I pay my money. Sometimes I get duplicates. Sometimes I get originals. But at the end of the day, it's all good because it's all about the journey in life. And BTS. And who knows? These little figures could lead me to something nice, something new, something out there. A Happy Meal world, a McDonald's world. And that's all it is you just gotta try new things in life, you know? You gotta keep doing new things. You can't just sit there and be stagnant, you know? Do what you want in life. But, you know, don't join a gang. Don't join some party who's gonna tell you to hate some other group of people. Love people. Love people, you know. Enough of the hate. In 6 years, we'll be hating another president.
And in 6 years?
In 6 years, we'll be hating another president. In 8 years, we'll be hating another president. In 12 years, we're going to hate another president. That's what we do. We just hate these people, you know. And it is what it is. But at the end, it's like, hate is a word you choose. Love is another word you choose. But if I remember one thing, just be who you are. And it's about the little things in life, you know, going for walks, you know, doing things. Because one day you're going to wake up and you're going to realize I wasted all this time. I could have been out there having a good time in life, being happy. But I wasted all this time just hating on people. And at the end, the people around me hated me back. And it's all hate. And one day, hate is going to catch up to you. It's all karma. Karma and religion is all about love. I don't know one religion that tells you to hate somebody. So listen to your church. Take your vitamins. Watch the WWE. Tell your jokes. Whatever it is, just remember, there's only one Chris Kibakata. I came into this country at 7 years old with a mic in my hand, ready to make people laugh. And I'm still here. And you wonder if my YouTube videos are ever going to go away? They're never going away. Never. They're going to be around forever. You're going to be telling your kids you knew me back in the day. You're going to tell your grandkids. Not your real grandkids, though, because, you know, I mean, they're not really yours. You're going to be telling some fake family of yours that you knew me one day. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of my work. And love me, love you. I love everybody equally. Let's have happiness. Thank you very much. Or something.
We don't want to go to Vegas, or
You don't want to go to